Here are 5 tips to a perfect one-day trip to Universal Orlando. 1. Get a park hopper ticket for Universal Studios Florida and Islands of Adventure. We got our tickets on Klook, which if you do too, you can use my promo code for 3 to 8% off your booking. Should you decide to buy your tickets on Klook though, you'll have to pick up your tickets from the will call kiosks located just right outside the parks. So if you're trying to rope drop the park, make sure to give yourself adequate amount of time to pick up your tickets first. If you do get a park hopper, choosing which park to start with is really up to you and which rides you want to prioritize. Most people recommend doing Islands of Adventure first due to some of the rides there being more popular, but I'd suggest getting a Universal Express Pass for both parks so you don't need to worry too much about which park to start with. The good thing about the Express Pass too is that it now includes Hagrid's, which is one of the most popular rides at Islands of Adventure that most people will rope drop. If you're unsure on whether or not the Express Pass is worth it, the total amount of time we would have waited in lines without them would have been 480 minutes or 8 hours, but with our Express Passes, we only ended up spending about 3 hours in lines. Personally, I think it's worth the splurge. Here's a little secret though that you might not know about, but if you stay at one of Universal Orlando's premier hotels, not only are you given early park access, but Express Passes are included in your stay for both check-in and check-out days. On top of that, everyone in your party staying in the room with you gets an Express Pass, so depending on how many people are with you, it might even be cheaper to get Express Passes in this way. The 4th thing to consider is renting an all-day locker just right by the entrance of the parks. At Universal Studios Florida, it only costs $15 for the entire day, and you can open and close it as many times as you'd like. This is great for those who have a merch buying problem like myself. Also, speaking of lockers, most of the intense rides will have lockers usually located in the ride queues, requiring you to store your things before getting on, but these ones were a bit too small for my backpack, forcing me to have to spend $3 to rent the bigger ones. So consider bringing a sling bag to carry with you all day, or leave your bulkier items in the all-day lockers at the front of the park. And tip number 5, download the official Universal Orlando Resort app. You can use this app to stay updated on ride wait times, schedules for the shows, as well as mobile food ordering. Perfect if you don't want to wait in long lines just to grab a bite. Do you have any tips to share to make the best out of one day at Universal Orlando?